Right, so in this video, I'm going to show you how we have reached $36,000 a month USD. That is, this is obviously 27k pounds. And you know, it's funny because I started this series where I documented this SaaS, growing this SaaS around a month ago, where we were literally at zero. In fact, I can show you on the Stripe. If we go last 3 months, literally we didn't make any money until when we officially started selling our SaaS Dermis at the start of April. Okay, now we are at the same day in May and we're almost at 40k MRR. It's like we practically went from 0 to 40k in our first month of business. And I think this is pretty remarkable. So I just wanted to hop on here and make kind of a funnel breakdown video showing you exactly how we got here, how we scaled this fast, because this is not typical growth. And this is, by the way, completely unrelated to my own YouTube channel, to anything related to my personal brand. This is a software company that I've built for the past year, and now we've just started selling it and it's printing like crazy. So this is what we do. It's called dermis.app. You can visit our website down below. It's a custom built, white labeled loyalty app for aesthetic clinics. And it has different capabilities. You can run different types of offers. For example, you can run birthday offers to your patients as a clinic. You can have people shop 24/7, buy treatments, earn rewards, you know, buy now, pay later, and subscribe to a membership inside of the app. Now, our primary acquisition strategy right now is a deadly combination of ads and referrals. So I'm gonna put an example of an ad that we have running right now on screen. And this is an ad that we've recorded with one of our clients, Sarah, who has a med spa. She owns an aesthetic clinic, which is our client avatar. And she's basically explaining how she has found success with her clinic. As you can see, we've done like a testimonial interview with her. She said she saw a 60% increase in average patient spend using our software. And so we got her basically to record ads for us. Same thing for Dr. Zoya right here. As you can see, she owns a 7-figure clinic in Birmingham.
The membership app scheme with Dermis has been a game changer.
And so what we've done to get all of these high level, celebrity clinic doctors to record ads for us and to record testimonials with us is simply telling them, hey, we have a 40% recurring affiliate structure, the same one High Level uses, for example. We'll help you record the content. We'll spend our own money in running your ads. And whenever someone closes, we'll give you 40% revenue share. And so these are the types of ads we're running, okay? So very simple. That's our entire strategy right now in a nutshell. Where people are getting redirected to once they click the ad is to basically this landing page. And so what they do is that they watch this attention grabbing VSL, which literally says why clinic owners are going crazy over Dermis. And you can see my co-founder getting swarmed by a bunch of people taking, videos of his presentation, presenting Dermis, people just immediately like wanting to buy Dermis. Again, giving that social proof, showing that this is a system that works. This is a software that will generate more money for your clinic. And so they basically watch this video, really get nurtured, really understand why they need to sell memberships with their clinic, why they need an app for their clinic, and why they're missing out on revenue if they don't have a loyalty system in place. And from there, they just book a demo, and they then book a call with Juliana, our sales manager. Now, in the last video, I talked about how we had this top of market approach where we take the best celebrity doctors and leverage their brand and have, by extension, our brand be built up by associating with these doctors. And how by doing that, it basically convinces anyone that Dermis is the best software to give a loyalty program to your patients. You can see in every one of these sales calls, people are coming in pre-sold because they've seen, hey, Dr. So-and-so is using our software, Dr. XYZ, who has multiple locations across the UK. He runs one of the biggest clinics in the world. He's using Dermis, he's using our software. So I wanted to get in, I wanted to join in, I wanted to see what all the hype is about. So I booked a call, and those calls end up converting really, really well because we now have a strong sales manager, Juliana, who's taking all the calls. She's had previous experience working inside of a med spa, so she knows the industry really inside and out, and she can close at around 30%. And so because this is software, immediately after the client closes on either a 7K PIF or a 2K setup fee and then $497 a month, cancel anytime. That's basically our pricing. Once they close, what happens on the back end with the client success is a task inside of Asana gets created where we can track, okay, has the payment gone through? Has the client scheduled an onboarding call with our client success manager, Bianca? Has the sales call been linked here so that the client onboarding can see the sales calls and see what this client's primary objectives are with having her own app built? And then what we do is that we get her onboarded on the software, a WhatsApp group chat gets created, and then we start basically uploading all of the clinic's treatments inside of their app. So we kind of have a done for you approach, which doesn't really mean like we build the app from scratch. What it means is that the clinic has a dashboard that looks like this, where they can see, how many app users they have, how many active memberships, who signed up to their app recently, visits over time. We also have a new feature coming out, which is they can see now how many Google reviews and how many referrals were generated through the app. And then, they can see, all their recent clients, who has bought anything, like how many sales they've generated, how much monthly recurring revenue they're generating in membership sales as a clinic. And then here they have the app builder where they can see one-time offers and they can see automated offers. So this is the birthday feature I talked about last time. Now moving on to products, they can upload like all of their treatments here, give it a price. They can upload their different memberships and they can upload their different rewards. And if they go over here in the settings, they can change their app icon, their color, like the font of their app, the background image, and a bunch of other details. And so pretty much like once they have their own app built, they never really cancel. It's like they will keep paying the £497 a month for the next 5, 10, 20 years, as long as they keep running their clinic. And when they start having multiple locations, then they also pay us more. So we have a little bit of ascension revenue going on as well. So in a nutshell, that's what we do with our SaaS. We are currently spending around £500 a day in ads, and we want to scale that now to 1,000, maybe 1,500 a day. By that time, we'll obviously have way more booked calls. We'll have our sales process really dialed in. We'll get a bunch of pay in fulls. We'll probably hit 100K by next month, 100K a month by next month, and then 200K, 300K, and we'll see from there. So with that said, if you want to follow along that journey, I'm making a series on my channel where I'm documenting going from 0 to $100 million company. We're still pretty far from hitting $100 million valued software business, but when you take into account the fact that software businesses are valued based off of a 10x multiple of the annual recurring revenue, so you take the annual recurring revenue, in our case right now, we can say it's around the 500K annual recurring revenue mark. So if you put a 10x multiplier on that, that means as of now, Dermis is technically a $5 million valued company. I know for sure that that's going to increase as we scale. But like I said, considering we have a very fast growth rate, we also have a very low churn rate. So far we've had no client churn out of our software. I mean, it's only been 1 month in, but this is the type of software where we are basically like really ingrained and like in the weeds, like taking payments from patients, handling their patient retention. And so if we handle their patient retention, like we retain the clinics themselves because we are the software through which they earn like monthly recurring revenue. So if they would cancel our software, they would cancel their business. Like they can't really replace us with any other software because this is kind of really a unique software that isn't really on the market right now. So with that said, that is the plan. If you want to follow along, subscribe to this channel. And with that said, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.